would you have called the referee to have a look at that again?
100%. Absolutely. I would have said to the referee from VAR, I think you need to look at that again.
Mane should have got sent off. Simple.
100%. No wiggle room whatsoever. No, having been a full member of Man United, I've been up to that ground many times. I was there when Man United beat Arsenal 8-2. I was there at those occasions. We're a million miles. Sorry,
he just threw that. Let's just threw that in there.
You know, man had to throw that out there.
Of all the games, you know, of all the games,
man had to throw that out there.
I think United will get over the line.
Oh, here we go. This is I'm
Roger, end the episode right now. End the episode right now. Roger, do the outro. Do the outro.
Affinity Extra. Be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Extra.
Oh, yo, guys, this is Roger Moore here on Affinity Extra alongside Anthony Young and Lance Blackwood, and this is a game which a booking, a slot that I picked with all lack of wisdom, but I thought let me do it because it might be clickbait. I was hoping I'll be smiling right now, but I am smiling. You know what I mean? For fam scoring a goal. But apart from that, it's been a crazy weekend. I think we put this period right now to record this because obviously we just gone over the festive games, and I must admit there's been a good game literally every day, literally, over the past couple of days, man. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but there's been a great game. We witnessed Chelsea, Liverpool was a good game. Man City versus Arsenal the day before. So there's been a amount of good games out there, you know. Thank goodness my cousin's happy now because Leeds finally won. So they finally won.
You should get him on again.
Yeah, I mean, you should be much happier.
Be much happier now.
And almost Vieira's flattered this season. We're going to be looking at. I watched the article this week as well. We're talking about manager of the season, and I will bring them names into it. I might kick off with that because I think I want H to come in when we deal with the games. Yeah. So and this will be more over to everybody now. I watched a ESPN and they did a who's the manager of the 2021 season. So far.
The last season.
No. This season now. 21-22 season. Okay. And obviously they said that take Pep out of it because it's straight not fair. You know what I mean? Just dash him out the way out of it. And Xhaka said Vieira. That got dismissed very quickly, and they said Arteta is manager of the season so far. You know what I'm saying? And I would like Anthony as a biased Arsenal fan.
No, you know me.
my son did have a question. Dad, ask Anthony, is it still a tapas or is it Arteta now?
Never Arteta, bruv. It's always our tapas, bruv. Spanish waiter. He was a Spanish waiter as a footballer, and he's a Spanish waiter as a manager. You understand? You know, he just takes orders. He don't give orders, bro. Really and truly. You know what I mean? But
so he's still not rating him? Whoa.
No, listen.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I always said at the beginning of the season, I'll give him this season. This is a massive season for Arsenal. No, we're in no Europe. We've got no European football. We've got that Leicester City syndrome. Okay. All you gotta think about is the league. Liverpool did it as well under Brendan Rodgers when it comes second. Yeah. Should have won the league.
Yeah.
They went to Crystal Palace and fluffed it. But what I'm saying is, it's massive. But at the same time, Arsenal don't spend like Man City, like Man United. We don't spend money like that. We ain't got that kind of P. We don't generate that kind of P. Or the geezer up top, he's not letting that kind of funds go down. You know what I'm saying? So you think of it and you think, it's kind of one of them. I have to be honest, and from what I see, beginning of the season, shocking. And I've always said, my Arsenal fans will watch this, so they'll be interested in listening to what I'm saying. I've always said with Artapas, he's never done it against a big team.
Okay, yeah.
We'll come against Liverpool 4-0, go to Man City 5-0, go to Old Trafford. Now, Old Trafford, we always go to Old Trafford and the talk is, yeah, we're going to Old Trafford, lads. Man United are on a slump. We're on a form. We're supposed to go there and take 3 points, and we always go there and lose.
Yeah.
We always go to Old Trafford and lose.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so, well, I'm not going to say I'm backing his, trust the process.
Yeah.
I'm not backing that until I see progress. Progress for me is getting results against big teams.
Okay.
Or at least putting in the level of performance they put in on Saturday against Manchester City. Now, that's the first time they've done that against a big team. I'm not going to start jumping on the band. Arteta, yeah, Arteta. No, tapas, bro. Tapas, I want to see you do that at the Etihad. I want to see you do that at Old Trafford. I want to see you do that at Anfield. In them big games. Do that in them big games when it counts, man.
Yeah.
Saturday it counted. Now, you've shown us, again now, as a fan, they've set the benchmark now. So all fans now, again, big clubs, big teams.
Yeah.
Man City are the champions. Manchester City are the runaway leaders. Now, if you can do against that runaway leaders,
you guys
supposed to do that against Liverpool.
Yeah.
And down.
Yeah.
And down.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
So until I see that, I'm not being Arteta. It's still Arteta's.
Okay.
And I'll still say, Captain Invincible, you know me.
Yeah,
all day, every day.
And this is where Shaka was coming from. He's done better.
But you see, it's a personal thing. It's a close one. Shaka's saying what he's saying. They said Arteta. I can see why you're gone with Captain Invincible like this. He came to Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace released a lot of players in the last year of the contracts. Gary Cahill, all some big pros, Scott Dan. Enough players left. Townsend, all these players. Patrick Vieira came in, about 2 weeks before the season started?
Yeah, correct.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
He went to Chelsea, he got that centre half, the black geezer.
Yeah.
He went and got Conor Gallagher on loan.
Yeah.
He snuck through the back door and got my man from Celtic. Because enough teams in the Premiership were looking in. Wolves were looking in. Arsenal were looking in. Big teams were looking in. Crystal Palace come from nowhere. Patrick Vieira, bam.
Yeah.
Patrick Vieira went and got the jewel in the crown from Reading. Elise hasn't let him off yet.
Yeah.
Give you a cameo. He's blending him in. Giving you a cameo. So at the same time you're saying Arteta, no. And I'll say this, the reason I'm going with Captain Invincible. Budget's a lot less than Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot less time than Arteta. Arteta's been there from 2 seasons. Foundation's already been put in place. My man's had to come, hit the ground running, as we said.
Yeah.
We came here, and I says, for me, this is Patrick Vieira's apprenticeship for the Arsenal job. From where I'm standing right now in Alan Sugar, he's still in the frame.
Yeah. Cool.
For me, he's still in the frame.
Okay, cool. Right, Lance, what you saying, man? You know what I'm saying? Anthony's obviously wading with Nuff there. What you saying for 20?
I'm an Arsenal fan.
The manager of the season so far.
For me, okay. So if David Moyes finishes top 4, he's manager of the season.
Big shot.
Okay.
Big shot, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Salute that.
Top 4.
Salute that.
And Champions League. That would be a massive achievement for David Moyes. It would be bigger than anything he's ever done with Everton.
Can I just jump in there, Lance?
Yeah.
What you said is spot on, and here's the joke. He's already done that for me because he's got West Ham into Europe. Nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
They've won the group.
Yeah, no, they're going on bossy, man.
Spare,
go on, bossy.
And they're going on with things. Nobody's talking about it. And you know, I've always ribbed you lot as Man United fans again. You lot must be thinking, hang on a minute. Is this the same David Moyes that our people gave him 8 months? We gave him 8 months, but this is what we're saying. We've seen him at Everton over a period of time. He's steady and he's consistent.
But he goes through that patch, early patch. Every manager goes through that patch, and we have to give him time.
And he then come back, took West Ham, saved them from going down.
That's right.
I think the thing on Dave Moyes, like Big Sam, took the Sunderland job, was just a poison chalice. Never had a chance, really.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of those. It was a Lazarus move, but nobody could raise him back from the. There was already dead, fam. You know what I mean? It was already dead. You know what I mean? But for me, for what he done from last season, the way he brought Jesse Lingard in January, look what he made Jesse Lingard look. Now you see Jesse. Now Jesse, for me, if I'm in Jesse's house right now, I'm boxing him in his face.
Yeah.
Saying, look now.
You look at you now.
Look at you now. You're not even on the bench against Wolves.
Should have gone to West Ham.
West Ham, you'd be playing every week, fam.
Bro, he would be. But I must admit, Lanzini went on. Wait, bro. Lanzini, bro, he's got. Listen, Lanzini's goal, bro.
Don't forget. Listen, Manuel Lanzini's a baller, you know. I remember 2 seasons ago. It reminds me just of a foreign Joe Cole. That's what it reminds me of. It just reminds me of Joe Cole.
Right.
Big baller, but that's a big shout, Lance, man. Big shout. Second that stand. Second that still.
All right then, guys. We're bringing in Master H is in
Big
there.
H.
So he's coming and gone out 1 second. You know what I'm saying? We'll give him a few more seconds to get in anyway. I think he's tried the thing. But listen, no, that's for me, that's a great shout there. I think that. I don't know what it is with David Moyes. I think in the culture in the Premiership, they always go with the foreign managers before they go with home-based manager. Yeah, I'm saying, and I think the Scottish manager is out of fashion at the moment, totally. You know what I mean?
But Scottish managers have been, Fergie, the great, one of the greats.
He's
great managers are Scottish. Jack Stein was a great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tommy Duck, Man United, gone from Man United history, great manager.
Busby himself, was he Scottish? Yeah, he's Scottish as well. It must be them tough life, you know what I'm saying?
You see them Scottish kids, the working class people, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? There's no airs and graces in like Scotland, like over in England. You got toughs over in certain. Scotland is like ends, bro. Scotland's like ends.
But it's tough, bro. Glasgow tough, bro. Yo, it's tough. It's like them on the road.
It's not even just Glasgow, Edinburgh's tough.
Yeah,
Dundee's
tough.
Just listen to the Dundee. It just sounds like,
Bro.
Where's your missus come from? Dundee. You just look freaking. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Dundee, women, by the way.
A bit of a thumper. But I want to hit a quick question before we get into the games, because when H comes in, hopefully we'll get him into the game talk, yeah? But listen, the biggest talk right now, the biggest chat is about Lukaku, Lukaku or whatever. Okay, I don't know why it's struggle with his name.
Just say Romello.
The biggest problem now is Romello, yeah? I'm going to go to you first, Lance, yeah? Right. The biggest game of the season so far for your club. Yeah. Your big striker chat some foolishness, yeah, on a foreign platform anyway, still, yeah. Which is, do you bench him or do you go with we've got to win the game, slap him in the face and say get on the pitch and show us what you got to do?
Okay, so what happened with Lukaku reminds me of what happened with Yapstam at Man United.
Went in there,
that book out. Fergie got wind of what was written in the book, and he was gone in 60 seconds. He was finished. And what Romelu Lukaku did was, it's almost like he's broken a code of conduct.
Okay,
you get me. So, for instance, if you work in an office situation, and you've got your code of conduct for emails and for text messages and stuff, and then you send around an email about your boss and about the setup at work, and you're not happy and so on and so forth. When the boss gets wind of that, do you think your boss is going to say, come on, I want a cracking day's work from you today, I don't want to hear nothing else about what you wrote in the email? Absolutely no chance. So I really cannot for the life of me understand why Lukaku, who's just landed on the tarmac for £97 million, would do an interview like that and upset the team, upset the manager. So the manager now has a choice. The manager has to send out a message, which is, you cannot mess with me. You can't. You're not bigger than the team. It doesn't matter if you're the most expensive player we've ever bought. You're not bigger than the team, and for that reason, you're going to get disciplined. So
yeah.
I think the manager's done the right thing. I really do, because if he gets away with that, who's going to start getting away with stuff after that throughout the entire team? And they're going to start saying, well, it was one rule for him and it was one rule for us, kind of stuff. So I think benching him, in fact, it wasn't even benched. It wasn't even picked on the team. I think that was the right decision from a management point of view. 100%.
Okay.
Can I ask you this though, Lance? I hear where you're coming from, and I kind of agree with what you're saying. But you see, when Liverpool were 2-0 up, did you have that same opinion?
You know what? Because Lukaku hasn't been playing consistently, because he had that injury for a while.
Yeah.
And he's coming back. And I'm sure we've all played football. If you've had an injury and you come back at any level of football, it takes you about 4, 5, 6 games to get that rhythm back and to get that fitness in your chest back.
Okay,
running up and down fitness where you don't your chest don't burn. And it's even the touch, the first touch. It takes a while to get that first touch nice and crisp again, and the passing accuracy and the feel of the game. So, you know, in all fairness, Lukaku, I don't think he's played more than 2 full matches in their last 8 games, something like that. But what was going on inside of his head is what I'd like to know. I don't understand why you would bring out an interview like that, knowing you're not going to get away with it. I don't get it.
He wants to go Real Madrid, bro. He wants to go Barcelona. He's putting it out there.
I think what's going on here, I think a player just getting a bit too big for his boots, you know what I mean? Because Chelsea went out the way, spent the money. Remember, you know, he's got a good relationship with Abramovich. He's got a very good relationship with Abramovich.
So
you know,
he
probably thinks, well, you're just the manager. My man's the bigger done, so I can say what I want to say. In that kind of sense, obviously he's going to be disciplined. Now, I hear what you're saying, and you have to send out messages. And in big games, it's a big call, isn't it? And that's why you pay them big dough. That's why you pay. That's why managers are paid those big salaries to make those big decisions. Understand? All right then. For all intents and purposes, if that was like a Ronaldo busting that before the Manchester derby, would Ollie have dropped him?
No. Because it's Ronaldo, you cheat.
No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Lance is saying it doesn't matter who you are. Ronaldo, Messi, it doesn't matter.
But I'm just keeping it real. Ronaldo will get away with it.
Yeah, because of. Is that because if it's Ronaldo, is it because Solskjaer is soft? Do you think is that
Ferguson?
If that's a Conte at Man United, do you think he's dropping him?
But Ferguson done over Rooney as well. Remember when Rooney said, "Oh, I'm going Chelsea," literally.
But he's going Man City.
No, was he Man City or Chelsea?
Well, there's two. He was going Man City at one time. No, I think it was Chelsea. It was the fans who threatened him with Man City.
Yeah. So I remember when Ferguson's like, and he kind of announced it, and Ferguson absolutely battered him on after the game. But that's, you know, but the thing is, Ferguson's like old school. He just don't ramp that guy. Like you said, he dealt with Stam, and he did say one of his biggest mistakes was setting the same Stam.
You know what I'm saying?
So in one sense, I hear what you're saying. That's what Ferguson did.
What Ferguson's saying is, he just sort of got in his feelings and made the decision.
Yeah.
He didn't stop. Go on, calm down, think about it in a logical sense. Yeah. What am I doing here?
Get rid of your
If I get rid of Stam, what's the who's there at that time to replace Jap Stam? There was nobody really available. Even if you got a Nesta, you couldn't do Jap Stam. Jap Stam was a giant.
Well, he was a beast.
I remember when Man United bought him, everybody, these players looked for grabs, and I thought, yeah. And you just thought, oh, here we go. Wenger sniffing, and then you see, Man United, and all you hear is, I want to go Man United. He's thinking, the air just goes out. Yeah, he just goes. And when you see the size of him, and the biggest one for me, memory for me for Jap Stam, it was a game against Arsenal at Highbury. Man United wore the blue kit.
Yeah.
We won 2-1. Arsenal took the lead, and Roy Keane scored twice.
Yeah.
And there was a flare up in the midfield with Stam and Vieira. And he grabbed up Vieira by his neck. And I just seen Vieira stand there like that, and I just thought, wow. You understand? If that was Roy Keane, he's grabbing his neck back.
Yeah.
Because you've seen him with Keane.
Yeah.
But Jap Stam, he just thought loud that, you know, I'm not even going there. He just knew, bro. So that was a mad thing. But for me, Chelsea, it was a good thing. But what would the Chelsea at 2-0 down? If Chelsea had gone in half time 2-0 down, what's that noise?
That's some fireworks, bro. That's a good job.
If Chelsea went in 2-0 down, what would the Chelsea fans have been saying? That would have been a big question. So they was lucky. Because I was sitting at home thinking, 2-0 to Chelsea, 2-0 to Liverpool, Tuchel must be regretting.
Yeah,
He must be regretting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Chelsea showed that, like just backing on what Lance said, he hasn't been playing for how long. We ain't been relying on him. So we have to show our resilience, and they did that.
Yeah.
They did that. You know what I mean? They did that. So it's one of them ones, you know what I mean?
But, you know, it is what it is, man. You have to make your decisions. But I do think that was a great game. So we've got a Liverpool fan that's sneaked in here, you know what I'm saying, H, representing the Reds. You know what I'm saying?
Greetings, my brother.
He's wearing the Black Lives Matter.
I like your top. I like your top, though. No.
Yeah.
As a Liverpool, that's a nice top, bro. I like the style. No, seriously, take off the Liverpool badge. No, seriously, if you took off that badge there, I put a Man United badge on, you'd rock that top. You can't tell me you wouldn't. I doesn't respect the top.
I had a Black Man United shirt, you know.
I respect, but I've never seen that. I've never seen that top. That's a nice top, bro.
Yeah, don't put it in the wash.
I appreciate it.
Don't iron it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Put Suarez on the back.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely not.
Listen, bro. It's a guy. But listen, H here in time still, because there's a couple of things in transfer window. Sorry, guys, if you think we're going to be the H focus, this is called Rude Talk with H, as soon as it comes in here still, But first and foremost, H, the Liverpool game, versus Chelsea. Let's get into that, because a big game this weekend, one of the better games of the weekend. No, 100%. That first 45 minutes, and you know what the joke was? I just turned off the TV at half time because I knew it could not get better than the first half. You nothing can get better. That first half was pure heat. Now, I want to bring in, and we got Lance, who's a referee. H is a referee. So we're gonna bring this in straight away after 2 minutes. No. After not 2 minutes. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Yeah. Mane should have got sent off. Simple.
100%. No wiggle room whatsoever. No wiggle room.
Do you know why I say this? Because I agree with what you've said, and you know, with no bias, I'm an Arsenal fan, so it makes no difference. But the one thing I say, Mane's had a couple of these this season, and he's got away with them. He gets away with them. He's got that nasty street breath to him. Don't think he's got some little, impoverished African youth, and you know what I mean? My man knows what he's doing, fam. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You went to do him?
He's done him, bro. He's done him, man. He's done him.
But I don't know.
The only thing I would say was that one of the things that they didn't highlight, whether it was the referees or the pundits and stuff, they weren't talking about how Aspilicueta tried to push him. So when Mane's gone to jump, Aspilicueta's pushed his hands out and he's tried to push him like that. But because he's got caught first in his face, he's then gone and he's gone, I've been caught. So I could understand if they sent him off. I could fully understand if they sent him off. But I can understand why he gave a yellow card as well, because it's just like, we're 5 seconds in. You're not looking at the man. You're not looking at the man.
I know. That's what saved him. That's what saved him.
It was the first ball.
The first thing of the game, and they just thought, my man can't just go red. You're not gonna send him off. My man can't just go red like that.
He just ruined the game after that.
Just killed the game after that. So,
but the thing is, but lads, you can't. As a referee,
but at the same time, isn't that what's VAR for? Isn't that what's VAR for? You know, to overrule it. Have a look at that again, fam.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, in the background, guys, because we got pure fireworks. I think the New Year's Day was yesterday or something like that. I don't know what's going on here in back in the studio. But Lance, does it matter as a referee if it's in the first 5 seconds or the last 5 seconds?
Shouldn't do.
Makes no difference whatsoever. You see, the thing is, it's like, as a referee, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't sometimes. And from the perspective of Chelsea, their fans are going to be aggrieved because the letter of the law says he has to go. Okay. From the Liverpool fans' perspective, it was only a yellow. He made a meal of it, so on and so forth. So let's just look on it from another perspective. If that was a Roy Keane, a Vinnie Jones, who's got a bit of a reputation for getting stuck in, they would have walked. Based on the reputation alone, they would have gone. And I think there was definitely an element of, we've only just kicked off. Sure, we cannot send this guy off already. But what you do then, as a referee, what you do then, as a VAR assistant, so you make a rod for your own back, and you set a very bad precedence was set for me. And I don't think Mane is that kind of player where he's always leaving his foot in and he's ultra violent and he picks up loads of yellow cards and stuff like that. But I just think on this occasion,
gone.
100% should have gone.
But either way, it should have gone. But you know, I must say that it did cater for Chelsea. Absolutely, for me, playing Liverpool off the park, and that's my personal opinion. But the thing is, Liverpool looking dangerous on the break. H, what was the emotions first of all, H, when you knew Romelu wasn't playing? Was he like, oh, thank God for that? We could have lost today. You know what I mean? But you got a better chance.
I thought it worked in their hands because Lukaku is going to try and pin a centre back in it, and we played Konate, we played and Virgil because we were ready for that battle. Now you're playing Havertz. Havertz is going to drop off. He's going to be in that false 9, that 10 position. Our centre backs ain't going to follow him in there. And you've got Kante and Kovacic. Those are the more dangerous. Those are the ones who I was a bit more worried about because they just have so much more legs than what our three midfielders had. So Lukaku not starting, I didn't think it was advantage to us. I just felt like it probably worked in Chelsea's hands because they could actually play a little bit more in the midfield than what we could at that point. So yeah, that was my feeling essentially.
Okay, cool. So you Pulisic missed obviously the chance. For me, I don't know what you guys reckon. You know, Hertz, he was just absolutely like he might as well. Havertz, what's his name? Is he?
Havertz.
Whatever his name is, man. Havertz.
He has not got a clue, bro. I swear,
dude. Like
I don't know.
I'm the Jamaican uncle. You know what I mean? Get everything wrong. You know what I'm saying? So my guy was he even playing? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even for me. I didn't see him. Pulisic missed a good chance, yeah. Evan Mane showed him how to put it away still. But,
Pulisic should have put him on.
Yeah. He should have.
It's one of those, and then you see Mane get the same thing, and then bam, one.
Yeah. And then the way they pulled up Milner, how did you think them? Obviously, you saw them pull up Milner for messing up, for giving away the free kick. How was he feeling about this, H?
It's what he does. He's 36. He's 36 and he does this every time he plays, just whether he's coming off the bench or whether he's starting. He loves it because the thing with Milner is he knows there's a step behind because he's 36. So then what he tries to do is he tries to get in there early, but he's always a step behind, so he always gives away these fouls. He attempted it the first time and then they kind of just came together and then it kind of just went on. And then at that point, you're kind of thinking, Milner, don't go in again. Because if that was a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, you're saying stay on your feet, don't jump in. He's at the byline, he's not going anywhere. Let him just run off. And he's kicked the ball and Milner's gone in again. And it's just like, why have you done that? There's no reason for you to even to do that. Like, you're in no danger. There's two of you there as well. But Milner does that like every game. He's probably been doing that for the last 18 months. Every game he's come in, he's got that in his locker. So I thought, they're going to score from this. That was my first feeling. I thought, Milner's giving that away. They're going to score from this. Then when I saw it get headed out, I thought, yes. Then I saw it went to Kovacic. I was like, yes. And then I saw him hit the shot. I said, oh no.
But the thing is, Kovacic if he watches Real Madrid reel, you know he can bust that off. You know what I'm saying? He's been eating, you know, and I hate when commentators don't watch football. It's the first time in his life. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
These guys got
you know what it is though? Like, he hasn't done that when he's been playing for Chelsea though.
But
so like, when
he
you
doesn't
watch
play
him,
that, he doesn't get the opportunities.
When he does get the opportunities, he chooses not to shoot and he just chooses to kind of like pass it off and all these kind of things. And that might just be the system, essentially, more so than actually him as a player.
Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil was exactly the same. He'd have an open goal and pass it square to get the assist. Do it all the time, bro. Nah, trust me.
But the thing is, one thing that did concern me is guys, you know, for me, Chalobah?
Chalobah.
What concerned me was him heading the ball and that set up Mane. What's concerning? You've been in academy football from the age of 2 years old, and you can't use your left peg to scoop the ball out. That's listen. You're at the best academy in the country. Yeah, effectively, you're getting paid 30-40k from the age of 15, 14. Your parents have got the big wedge in the big pocket to keep them quiet. Yeah, you got yard all sorted out. Yeah, and you mean to tell me you can't use your left foot to kick the ball out, and you try to do some dead man header? You know what I'm saying? I know. I thought that was just embarrassing. He looked scared from the first 10 minutes. I thought that was my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys thought.
Trevor, he looked like, as he said, again, it's a big game for him. Young, he's inexperienced. He's gone out on loan. He's played in games, but this is Liverpool, bro. He's coming up against man like Mo Salah. You know what I mean? Sadio Mane in the flesh.
Lick it out with your left foot, bro.
He's only watched them games. It's easy for Salah. Yeah, he should have. We can say that now, but as you say, if he's got no confidence in his thinking left foot, I can get away with the header, you know, on my left peg. And it's obviously chose what he's chose. You know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying. But again, this country, we don't really promote that use of the weaker foot again, like whereas other countries do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's a foreign youth. More time still, he can do that.
He can probably bring it down in his left foot.
Yeah, delete. That would have been no problem for a delete.
Yeah.
Like composure as well. It's experience and having that composure. And like an experienced centre half would have just dealt with that without any fuss or palaver. But it's something he'll look back on and he'll
learn from it.
They analyse the games, don't they? And he'll look at that and he'll think, I could have done better there, definitely.
Analyse the game, he would have got that. If I was playing for Chelsea in the change rooms, I would have told you some things, bro. I would have read in the Beatitudes, bro, trust me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
But the thing is, guys, one thing I am notifying, and I would say to you, H, something that we spoke about on Instagram still, had a bit of gig or H. You know, H trying to explain to me the way of football that Liverpool's playing, and I'm still struggling to see this way that Klopp is wearing. He's got some amazing counter-attacking footballers, Salah, which I think they could have defended him a bit better than that. That's my personal opinion. I think everybody said to him, he's going to cut in and just let him go down that whole line. But I think that Liverpool amazingly counter-attacking, but controlling the game, they couldn't control the game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It's very simple. Look at the midfield that we had. We had two British lads over the age of 30. One who is Al Capitan, who can't control the ball to save his life. He wants to kick the ball up in the air. He wants to kick the ball this way and that way, and he doesn't know how to take a first touch. Then you've got Milner, who's 36.
People don't know. Are you referring to Captain?
I'm talking about Henderson.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I'm talking about Captain Hendo. Yeah.
No.
He can't control the ball to save his life. Then you've got Milner, who literally, as we already discussed, is just completely off the pace with his age and the intensity that we're trying to play at. And then Fabinho just looked awful. And I think for us, what I was trying to explain to you on Instagram in terms of the type of style of play we're trying to play, it's not with the likes of Milner and Henderson. It's with the likes of Thiago and Keita. The reason why we signed Keita is so we could play a different type of football in terms of like passing through the middle rather than just relying on our fullbacks. That didn't work because he just kept getting injured. We signed Thiago because it was like Thiago's available. Yeah, he's 29 and stuff, but he was at that point, he was one of the world's best centre midfielders.
That's right.
So for us, it was like, okay, now we've got another guy who can pass through the lines rather than just relying on a Trent or a Robertson cross or a Trent Magic or Salah Magic, someone who can actually play a ball. Now you've got them two out. Well, Thiago's out. For some reason, Klopp didn't want to start Keita before he goes to African Cup of Nations and stuff. So it's just like now you're starting two British lads who don't have this in their locker and never have really. Like they haven't really had this locker in their career. And then you got Fabinho who just looked off the pace. So yesterday wasn't really a good testament of how we're trying to play in terms of football and stuff. But we just look awful with that midfield. We know that. That's clear.
Can I just come in there? You said, you've never had that, but Henderson.
No, yeah.
Henderson, Milner, cornerstone of your Champions League team, cornerstone of your Premiership League winning team. So how comes all of a sudden it's not formulating? As you said, you've added to that squad. But them two players we've singled out, but that was part of the.
Okay. They weren't so much the core. It was more so
Captain
like
Henderson.
Yeah, it's more sort of Wijnaldum. Hendo was.
Wijnaldum was there at the time.
We had Wijnaldum and we had Fabinho. So that kind of essentially had a little bit of tenacity. We could do the press. We could work the press. So you've got midfielders now. Henderson's like 2 years older. Milner's 3 years older. So that press that you get from midfield, we don't have. That press is gone. That press is gone.
A man's 2 years older, but my man's 2-3.
Nah, but you know what it is. You got to remember Henderson. He's had some mad ankle injuries in the last 2-3 years, and then with Milner hasn't been starting. He's just been getting old on the bench. So it's like to be starting these kind of guys and trying to tie them.
In reality,
and trying to tie them.
In reality, Milner's just a utility player, isn't he? Because he can play various positions, and because because like COVID's here now, and the game demands games, and he's reliable. I mean, Milner's, look at his career. He's had a stellar career, though. He's won
definitely.
He's won championships at Man City and Liverpool.
So I don't know, man.
You know what I mean? He's done all right for himself. He's won Champions League. He's done, he's done all right.
In terms of what Klopp's trying to do.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you're coming from.
When he signed Keita, because what was happening, a lot of teams were starting to like clock that we were going through Trent and we were going through Robertson. So they were like, we cut off that supply. They ain't got nothing. So it was we cut them off, starting them from crossing the ball, starting them from playing the passes. So then he tried to sign these players who could be more creative in the midfield, control the play like we couldn't do yesterday. And they weren't available. Well, Thiago wasn't available and Keita didn't play.
So, I mean, do you think Van Dijk had an off day yesterday? Because at times he was looking like he was jogging back. Do you want me to say
the truth?
Yeah, go on.
I think Van Dijk's been our third best centre back this season. I think Matip's been the best, and I think Konate has been our second best because anytime he's coming, he's looked like a solid rock. I think Van Dijk
coming hard. Yeah,
I think it's beast.
At 21 as well, and I think Van Dijk just looks like he's either off the pace or he doesn't want to commit to any challenges, and he just wants to defend his side of the pitch, which is what it looks like at the moment. Because goal for Pulisic, realistically, he should be getting across.
He should have come across. He's just jogging back, and
Van Dijk before the injury, he's getting across because he's like, I've read the danger, I know where it's going, I'm going over there. But Van Dijk now, I think he's just trying to coast a little bit through the season. I think he's about 80%, 75-80%. And I think when you miss the likes of I think Matip and Konate have been better than him this season, and that's just the real, really.
Yeah. No, most definitely. Now I must say, at this stage we're gonna flip onto some more games. We're gonna take our focus off the Chelsea and Liverpool game, yeah. But overall, these guys are not winning the title, are they?
Who?
Chelsea or Liverpool?
No, not at all.
From as it looks now. Very unlikely. But
Chelsea can't score goals.
But there's a lot of games. There's what, 18 games to play. There's a lot of points there, bro. And football's crazy, as you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Newcastle with Man United.
You can't really write it off like that. But I mean, City are going on one of those runs again. 11 straight wins.
You're not stopping them.
It's just when the only team who can beat Man City is Man City.
Yeah, bro. Let's talk about Man City, guys. We want to get into the Arsenal Man City game because, to be honest, guys, that was an absolute chucker. You saw Partey start to partay. You know what I'm saying? And you saw Martinelli. Is he left-footed or right-footed?
Right-footed, clearly.
I saw Ake actually play like a defender, like his dad. He played like his dad, Ruud Gullit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He just
needs the moustache.
Yo, bro.
That's all he needs is the moustache, you know.
Bro,
just needs the moustache.
I just researched
it. Clone.
Somebody. I said to somebody, listen, the man somehow finds himself in Chelsea where Ruud Gullit used to play, yeah, and he's trying to tell me that Gullit ain't his dad. But anyway, they said it's not his dad, it's somebody else. But listen, mate, yo, if that's not his pick, kill me off, man. But yeah, let's go, Lance. Obviously, there was a couple of VR. Sorry, I'm picking on Lance today, guys. If you're noticing the pedigree of refereeing, he's gonna be hopefully the is it Simon Atkins of the show. But
that's disrespectful.
the Arsenal.
That's disrespectful. Lance, you'll be the Kalini for me, referees union. You understand? Barley and all them thing there. Yeah. Kalini, bruv. That's props. That's Kalini, bruv. Kalini's the done, bro.
You said the man and his eyeballs. But okay, let's go for it. And I think referees' decisions do make a difference, yeah. But the first one where Arsenal fans are kicking off for, and Lance, looking back on that, looking back on the VAR, and would you have called the referee to have a look at that again?
100%. Absolutely. I would have said to the referee from VAR, I think you need to look at that again, because they slowed it down from every angle possible, and for me, it's a penalty kick.
Ooh. Controversial, bro.
I never expected that one.
This is a man. Hold on.
Which one are we talking about now?
Is that your Man United connection?
No.
We're talking about the first one, the first half. Arsenal should have had the Arsenal, the goalie. When the goalie came out, Odegaard went over. Yeah. And they never went to VAR. They never went to VAR for that one.
That's what I'm saying. They should have gone to VAR for that one. That's the one I was thinking he was talking
That's the one we're shocked about. That's the one we're shocked by your response. And the reason we're shocked because before you came on air, me and Roger had that
this conversation. I just had to check out and tell you how he felt about it.
And I says, being honest as an Arsenal fan, and that's why I says, people, this is a Man United fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I says, for all the Arsenal fans out there, I have to be honest. First sighting, you're thinking, oh my God, why you looked at VAR, your teeth were. But when you watch it, you see my man Studs play the ball before
the man
Odegaard. If you watch it, you see the Studs play the ball. So for me, and that's why when after the watching the game on Saturday, they spoke to they had the referee in the studio, and they were saying why did they look at the one and not the other? And he says, when you slowed it down and they saw it, so VAR would have looked at it,
Yeah.
But obviously, VAR only come in when they're saying, we think you need to go and look at that. As in to overturn. If they don't think you need to overturn the decision, they just say, carry on, play on. Because they've looked at it and think, that I can see why you didn't give a penalty. I don't need to overrule that because you can see the Studs have clearly hit the ball before the player, so it's not a penalty. We don't have to overrule the referee. But in the other one, in the first one, the referee says play on. He says play on. So that's when they says, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
We think there's a penalty because we're looking to overrule. So go and look at that to go and see if you think what we think.
Okay.
That's how it works.
What you saying there, lads?
So to speak.
Because you had one.
Okay, so the one where the Man City keeper comes out, it looks like his Studs make connection with the ball, but I watched it from an angle the night ago, which was a different angle, and they slowed it down frame by frame, and the Arsenal guy's boot gets there first, then there's a slight contact with the Arsenal guy's boot.
Yeah, I see that, but from the angle I saw it, I see where you're coming from. It looks like from the angle I saw it looks like he gets there, his Studs played, but then it's kind of, he kicks my man's foot kind of thing. It's 6-1 off. So for me, as I said, being an Arsenal fan, being honest, as I said to you, I didn't think it was a penalty. The Xtra one, against the Arsenal, for me, it's a penalty, man. It's a shirt pull. The shirt pull alone. The shirt pull alone is a penalty. The shirt pull alone. When they're saying about the knee thing and your knee, that's a challenge. If you can't hit a knee, you can't tackle then.
But you can't grab up a man's shirt.
You're going past me and I'm going like this. That's a penalty. That's a penalty all day long, fam. That's a penalty. So Arsenal fans can't get vexed and say, it's only with the inconsistency of they've looked at VAR for the one and they didn't look at it the other. Now, if like Lance is saying, sorry to cut you, Lance, sorry to cut you. If they're saying we didn't think, it should, but I think to make things easier when it comes to penalty decisions, all should be checked. Unless they're blatantly obvious.
But the thing is, for me, they're all checked, but the VAR decides where to go. I think it's a good process at the moment. I think it's cool. That's me. But what are you saying about that second one there, Lance?
Okay, so I listened to what Peter Walton had to say as well. And Peter Walton was as good as saying, you've got to shout for a penalty there. But he can understand why and he tried to explain.
Yeah, he tried to style it and say why Arsenal fans would be aggrieved and all that.
Yeah. So for me, I think, because all the fans are saying now is VAR made the decision, not the referee. So it's for me, what you say to the referee is we're not 100% clear, but I think you should look at it and you have the decision on the pitch.
Yeah, it's down to you at the end of the day.
For me, it shows a bit more credibility for the decision.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's about credibility.
That's right. Because like you said,
the Xtra one, like you said, the initial tackle itself, he might have got away with that, but it was the shirt pull.
Yeah.
He's got nowhere else to go, has he really? Yeah. So there was no argument with that one.
But you know what's funny about this now? Listen how we're talking the shirt pull now. When you watch Match of the Day, Ian Wright says, the shirt pull was nothing.
Nah.
That's what he said. Yeah.
It was all in the shirt pull.
He said the shirt pull was nothing. It was all, for Ian Wright, it was all about the knee. He says that was the penalty for him. He says as soon as he saw that, he says because he gave him a bit of skill, he went the one way and he took him back the other, and he took him out from the knee. That's what I'm saying. That's what Ian Wright's saying. So he took him by the knee. So he says for me, the shirt pull is irrelevant. That was the penalty for him. Clear stonewall penalty.
The other thing as well is it's about, was there simulation? Because sometimes the referee, players get tackled and they start flicking their heads back. And you know it's not a natural movement when you get tackled. Do you get me? So in that situation, it was, he knew if I get touched, I'm going down, full stop. That's what you're told to do as a kid. If you get touched in the box, go down. You never know, you might get it. But as soon as VARC got a good clump of his shirt, hold on conclusion.
Yeah, man, I just don't know. But I must say, overall, Arsenal did play good in that game, and you know what I'm saying?
That's quality.
Absolutely. But the thing is, Man City, I have to salute them. They don't, against Brentford, they were average. You know what I'm saying? Compared to what they could be against Arsenal. You know what I mean? They come out of town and they get 6 points coming down to London. You know what I mean? And to go back up the M1 to and then M6 up to Manchester, for me, is why they're going to win the title, to go to them two places, because they're against Brentford gave them the warm time, and then Arsenal definitely gave them the warm time. But the thing is, it's the ability of the players that they're going to just bring off. Foden was even you know what I mean, you got Grealish not even in the mix against Arsenal, and you got so many players out, but again with no striker, it's just taking the mick. It's just taking the absolute mick.
You know what, Roger, with Man City, the one thing I believe that's keeping Pep at Man City is his holy grail. If he wins the Champions League this season, don't be surprised if he's gone.
Yeah, he'll have a rest, he'll have a sabbatical.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what he wants.
That's what he wants, really. He wants to win. He wants to win Champions League. Have a year off or two.
With the league, he knows he's going to win the league. He wants that Champions League, and as soon as he's got it, he's gone.
They won't win it though. They won't win it. Yeah, they won't win it. The problem with the reason why Man City are so good over a 38-game season is because they have the best squad to cope with a 38-game season. 2 games, you can catch them out in 2 games. Home and away, you can catch them out, and that's what keeps happening to them. And then Pep, what happens with Pep as well? Pep starts to do this mad tactic which just don't make sense. And it's just like when they played us, I remember seeing them playing like Gundogan left wing, and I was like, we're gonna win this game. Like this is what's Pep doing? Like
because that's what Pep
always overthinks it. He overthinks every big game. He overthinks it. So when it comes to the league, when it comes to the league, he can do that. He can win those games, but the Champions League, I can't. They're just not going to win it while he's there.
I hear what you're saying, Age, but it's a bit because he was 90 minutes away from winning it last year. But again, what really fluffed for Pep in the Champions League final is team selection.
Yeah, look, this is what Age is saying. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He'll continue to do that.
He got to the final, so he got to the final with no striker again.
Yeah.
You understand?
But what I would say is teams are better now. Everyone's got fans back, because you got to remember, for like a good chunk of that Champions League run, people didn't have fans until like the semi-final.
People are going like fans are there for like just the home team. Fans are there for everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody gets a bonus from it. So you know what I mean?
Now, what I'm trying to say is like, look at like Liverpool. Fans make a massive difference when you come to
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's
Anfield, yeah.
like Williams to Burnley, Brighton, and all these kind of teams. They ain't got no fans, and then we get fans back in. Do you know what I mean?
Bag of noise at Anfield. That's the only probably ground really that fans affect you. Yeah, really and truly.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't see Man City winning it. I don't see them winning it. They'll win the league.
As long as they don't draw Liverpool in the semis, where it's a home, we'll have to go Anfield. They're nice, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Do
you know what? Even then, I don't even say that again because, you know, last time we went Anfield, what was the score last time? 2-2.
This isn't before I came in, guys. I was checking out my.
And then the game before that was the 4 when the box them up in it.
Yeah.
So you know, and that's without fans. And if they can do that without fans, they can. Anfield fans or not, man. They're an extra man, so I'll give you 2 goals, 4-3.
Yeah.
City are winning. 4-3, they're still winning. You get me? But I understand where you're coming from. I don't think, man. It depends. It all depends on the draw. This Champions, it's hard to call, but because on any given day, a team can beat a team.
Yeah.
Like you say, on a given night, a team can beat a team. Liverpool won their group 6 games on the spin. Mm-hmm. But look, they were 2-0 up at Chelsea and drew a game 2-2. You're thinking,
what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. So it's one of those, isn't it? Who you get under night, who you draw, and how you play. There's some big teams there. Bayern is still there. Bayern Munich, always a problem. They're always a problem. Every season, Bayern are a problem. You know, some seasons more than others.
Man United ain't a problem, bro.
You know, the big boys, Real Madrid,
PSG still there.
Real Madrid,
Liverpool, Chelsea,
Liverpool
Real
still
Madrid.
there.
It's all big
PSG,
teams, really.
Big teams, man.
Pure.
You know what I mean? So
Atletico.
It's too early. When you get down to probably the quarters, you can start saying, okay, then we're down to the last 8 now. We can see what's really popping off.
It's tight, man. Tight. Teams, big teams like Dortmund are out of it, man, and everything like that. So, you know,
I don't really class Dortmund as a big team to get. I don't expect Dortmund to go far in the Champions League.
Yeah.
If they get past the group stages and probably get to the quarterfinals.
They've had a good
but the thing is, they've had a good run.
They're the team that you don't want in the first round of the knockout stages.
Nah, you can take Dortmund.
No, I don't think Dortmund.
Yeah, Dortmund ain't not defend at all.
I don't know. I don't think they're all that great at all.
Okay, cool. All right, but they got a decent striker. But all right, guys, we're gonna get through this because it's unfair for us not to talk. We had the 3 big games of the weekend.
We didn't finish it. We just talked about the refereeing controversies. We didn't talk about the game, what happened in the game against Arsenal, Man City.
Okay, cool. Oh my goodness.
Come on. What we talked about was the refereeing decisions, bro.
All right. So in the game itself, guys, I must say Arsenal did all right still.
Absolute quality, mate. You know, for half the price, you idiots spent down at Old Trafford. Let's let it be known, yeah? You get me? We didn't spend no bagger on players who were not performing. Jadon Sancho, £72 million of... Anyway, we won't talk about that. Varane's just coming back. We'll allow that. You get me? We'll go to our tapas, Spanish waiter, making your top managers look flipping jokey-fied, fam. You get me? We're looking down on you, you know what I mean? We're looking down on you, bro. And we play like a team who looks like they know where they're going. You lot just look like a bunch of players in the schoolyard just chasing the ball. Just
thrown in together.
You ain't got a clue, bro.
Yeah, we're getting to how Man United playing, but I must admit that game kind of announced Arsenal.
Announced our tapas, but you see, if everybody's giving our tapas the credit, our tapas weren't there. It was his brethren, his assistant who made it. I just want it known. Our tapas weren't there. He was at home with his COVID. Yeah, he might be talking to the assistant, but it's the assistant who got him doing that. You understand? Our tapas didn't prove nothing to me yet. When you're on the bench doing that against Rare, then we'll see what's popping off. Martinelli, you know, he could be the nail in the coffin for Aubameyang's Arsenal career. I just want it known. Lacazette, another great performance.
He's the glue, you know.
Yeah, man.
He's the glue.
Another great performance. And, you know, man is saying, Rare, listen, whatever he needs, give him the dough. Get rid of Aubameyang and give him some. I'm not saying put Lacazette on £300,000. No, I'm not telling you that. But I'm saying,
but a nice 150.
Give him a note, whatever he's on. Give him a little
change.
A wedge.
Yeah.
Give him a wedge. You know what I mean? Because he's not an out-and-out scorer. He's not an out-and-out scorer.
He's a link-up,
but
man.
like Ace says, he makes everything tick over, man. Aubameyang doesn't do. Aubameyang just there to score goals, and he ain't doing that, so you're no good to the team. You know what I mean? And for me, I was talking to another geezer the other day, my brethren. Here's at one, £10 tenner. Pep, Aubameyang 30 mil, Man City. I think that's a great move.
Yo, guys, this is not. I'm gonna clip that part out because we want to give some ratings to the podcast.
Transfer window. Man City need a striker. There's a geezer who's going through things at Arsenal. 30 million. Let's get him out of his situation. You put him in Man City. What's he gonna do? Bang goals. You see, because you got no vision, bro.
Okay, Lance, you come into this one because
I think that's a great shout.
Lance, what are you thinking about? You know,
It's not a Pep type of player.
Bro, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, as a little, you know, you get what I'm saying. You could do far worse. Pep, Aubameyang at Man City at top.
Well, they got rid of Torres now at Man City. So
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Have you heard about that though? The Torres one.
You can't register him until they got to register him after because
they've got to sell. They've got to Barcelona.
they can't register him. Yeah, they can't register him. Yeah, to bring down the wage bill.
Oh snap!
What happened with Aguero? They couldn't sign him.
Yeah.
They signed him, but they couldn't register him, so he couldn't play.
Barcelona are broke.
And the only way Barcelona had money to actually buy Ferran Torres is because they got a loan from the
Got a
government. I
loan
think.
from the government or something like that.
So how come Laporta I saw today going like this? Yeah, man, we're back and excited. Yeah, I'm back. No way.
Nah, because you know what it is. No, because you know what it is. You can sign. There's a lot of players out on a free right now. So big players. So they feel like they're back in the market, not to spend money and sign players, but to put wages on and to sign players on a free and be like, yo, come play for Barcelona. But Barcelona's still a big team, even though you don't have Messi.
Yeah.
Basically, what they're doing is taking a leaf out of Juventus's book. Because that's what Juventus have been doing.
Yeah.
Signing players on frees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then selling them on 2 seasons down the road for some big stupid dough.
Right now, we're going to get to the Man United game because I know time is going quickly.
Yeah, we are going to get to the Man United.
But the thing is, coming out to Barcelona.
Let's talk. Let's go there right now.
Hold on, H. Hold on, Fredgin. Don't worry, blood. Don't worry. Load it up, yeah? Load it up.
Yes,
load it up.
But the thing is, it'll be interesting now. Players like Coutinho, Dembele, De Jong, these guys, even my guy who's just gone there, what's his name? Depay. You know what I'm saying? These guys are all for grabs. Who wants all these? I wonder where they're going because they're good players. Dembele, forget him because he notes, yeah?
Dembele is a good player, but he's very injury prone. So any club who takes him is a massive liability.
Yeah.
Coutinho's
30 now, I think.
Is he the player that he we thought he was? That's the question. Because he hasn't really gone to Barcelona and lit it up. So the player that we thought he was he really that?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But he was proper for Liverpool, you know.
Yeah, he wasn't proper. He was okay for Liverpool. He didn't really help him win the league, did he?
He's good, you know.
Well, it depends what you're basing your level as good. What are you basing it on?
Okay,
because I don't think Philippe Coutinho made that great. Yeah, he scored some great little individual goals. Yeah, I'm not saying he hasn't got skillful player, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is when Klopp came and started to take Coutinho out the team and you started to see Klopp's team develop, Coutinho wasn't missed. And that's what I'm saying. Is he that great a player? Is he a good player that we thought he was? He's gone to Barca now for you to go and take your ball to that next level.
Yeah.
He didn't do it for me. Yeah, and if he did do it, Barcelona wouldn't be selling him.
Yeah, he went there for big money, I must admit still. Yeah.
£144 million.
So Depay, I think Juventus are talking about Depay, innit?
Yeah, again, Juventus. For me, it's a good move. Depay is young, he's got pace, something that's not in Italian football, so Juventus will be flying with him down the middle. So I think it'd be a good move for Juventus. But if I was Barcelona, I'd be saying, I'll give you Depay with 20 million, you give me Chiesa. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, no, but Chiesa...
Bro, you got to be a businessman, bro. You got to be busy. It's a business, bro.
Yeah, but Chiesa ain't going there, man. Trust me.
As Haych says, it's Barcelona, you know.
It's different, you know. It's a different level.
Listen,
still.
guys, Lance, Lance, you will go back. I remember watching Barcelona with Koeman and them days and whatever they're still. Yeah, Barcelona wasn't. It was a big club, but Real Madrid was way ahead of them back in the day.
That was them, bro.
They're going back to them days now, bro. Going back to them days.
Since then, you're talking about Barcelona just won the European Cup for the first time. Since then, they got about 5, 6 now.
Yeah,
so they're a big, they're a massive club. So go to Juventus. Let's look at Juventus. How many Champions Leagues and European Cups they've won? 2, 3, the same. So Juventus is not a bigger pool as Barcelona, like H is saying. That's what we're talking about. So stop trying to par Barcelona.
Look at the table right now. And
the table. It's just because their team's bad. Just because their team's bad.
Does not mean that, you know, because you've had a bad season, we've suddenly gone from massive Barcelona to small Barcelona because we've had a bad season.
Okay, guys, right, from that note, guys, yeah, I've set them up and now they can talk about Man United and that, so we're just having a bad season.
Yeah, set you up. There's a total difference, total difference is Man United.
Man United is still a big club,
but you're absolutely pants, but you're kidding yourselves to where you are. You lot thought you was a manager away from a great team. Well, tonight we saw the geezers from Wolverhampton. Hold on, the geezers from Wolverhampton come into your house, yeah, walked up, gone in your fridge, opened up the fridge, took out your best food, yeah, took it out, nyammed that, went upstairs, didn't even have no manners, dashed the things upstairs, went upstairs, your missus is in the bed, they've said, come here, taking a piece of that, not even taking it. Where's Roger? Roger's in the garage, taking that. We took that. They came to your manor and took that, fam. You understand? From the first minute to the 90th, Wolverhampton Wanderers put the flag in Old Trafford and says, we run. You know when Ronaldo does?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Sue.
That's what happened, bro. Talk the thing, man.
All right.
Talk the thing, man.
Okay, right. So,
talk the thing, man.
Okay, Lance. Obviously, Antis gave his analogy of the performance. Yeah, I suppose you have.
I'll come in after Lance.
We're going neutral United.
Go on, Lance. Sum it up for us, man.
Well, you know what? It's like I said. H wasn't on when I actually said this, but yesterday around tea time, I got a text message. Got a ticket for Old Trafford tomorrow. It's yours if you want it. And I made an excuse and didn't take the ticket because I knew we were playing Wolves for one, and I knew that it is going to be an odd goal that wins the game. And watching the game from start to finish today, I have to say, without any rose-tinted glasses on, I'm not surprised at the outcome. Because right now, United are playing a system where it's giving the opponents the opportunity to control games. We haven't got a baller, a Paul Scholes, a Michael Carrick, who can sit in the middle of that midfield and dictate play. We haven't got that. So until we've got such a player again, and if they can unearth the next Paul Scholes, let him come through the academy, because there ain't another player like that on the planet right now for me who can just grab a game by the scruff of the neck. Vieira used to do it. Gerrard used to do it. United ain't got that right now, and that is their biggest problem. They've got goals in Ronaldo, Cavani, Rashford, Sanchez, but when they get to the last third, they fall apart. And we see time and again, if you look at the goals on the shots on target, each game that Man United play, it's embarrassing. And I know we've got to give this new guy, and he's supposed to be interim, but let's just say now, he's going to run until the end of the season. I don't think we'll finish top 4 personally. That's just my own personal opinion.
Yeah, top 6.
Then they're going to change it up again and get somebody in. Yeah? So what is actually, they're talking on the United stand, they talk about this signing and this potential signing. It's all just hot air and gas. They don't need to add anything to that squad whatsoever, and they shouldn't, because they've got Donny van der Beek sitting on the bench 1 week in, 1 week out. What did we pay for him? 40-something million pounds? Never gets a kick. You get me? So for me, they shouldn't be spending any money. It's about now getting to the end of the season, and if they've got somebody lined up, then let him get rid of the Phil Joneses of the world and move on Jay Lings, because he doesn't want to be there. Cavani will be gone. The chances of getting Haaland There's more chance of winning the lottery tonight than getting Man United, getting Haaland. It's just not going to happen. So, having been a full member of Man United, I've been up to that ground many times. I was there when Man United beat Arsenal 8-2. I was there at those occasions. We're a million miles. Sorry.
He just threw that. Let's just threw that in there.
You know. Man had to throw that out there.
Of all the games, you know, of all the games,
man had to throw that out there. Rude boys, that how you moving, bro. You see, that's the emotions. That's the emotions of tonight, you know, bro. That's the emotions. You know what I mean? Man's had to salvage the wreckage. I was there when we was there, but you know what? There's no point looking down. Yesterday, we were talking about the era now. You get me? The era now, right, and my bridging from Scarsfield's coming in to just draw the card. Now, H, I'll give you the introduction.
Like the Barcelona fans used to do. They used to do all this business.
White flag.
That's what Man United crowd should be doing, because that's how we're playing. Wave the white flag.
Yeah, man. For real.
H, before you come in,
yeah.
I don't know if you know your dancehall thing and that, but you know, I'm giving you the come in now because I know as a Liverpool fan, directly, you're supposed to come in with some form of disrespect and manners tonight about Man United's performance. That's what I'm hoping. I'm trying to draw that out of your bridging. You got me? Because you know if it was the other way around, you know what Roger was going on with.
Hey, I'll show this to your dad if
I just want you to know that.
Now please do. Please do. Because he needs to see it as well. He needs to see it as well.
I'm going to ask you, I'm going to reverse the Hurst, brethren. Reverse the Hurst and just put in the corpse now, bro. Just put in the corpse.
Listen, lads, just imagine his dad's a Man United fan. That's the joke about this, you know what I'm saying? Wait. So I don't know how. I need to talk to his dad again, man, because, you know. That's confusion, man. That's confusion in the house, man, because my son's nah. But anyway, H, go on,
H. Talk the team.
Your dad's watching.
So, you guys dropped £80 million Maguire to play Phil Jones, who ain't started in 2 years. To play against Wolves, you know, like, let me explain what Wolves are. Wolves has scored and conceded around the same amount of goals. That's how bad Wolves have been this season.
13-14, yep.
13-14. Yeah. So you guys have, you know, you played this team, you've tried out different styles, you've gone with a 4-4-2. You know, everyone's talking about Ronaldo needs a striker coming off him because he can't do the work by himself. So you play Cavani and then they look rubbish together tonight. And you just kind of think to yourself, okay, so what am Man U actually trying to do? Like, back to Lance's point, you've got a bunch of players signed by all these different managers now trying to be put together by this interim manager. Then you've got a lot of these players are not good enough for Man United. We could talk about the whole back four. We could talk about the whole midfield. We could talk about spending this money on Sancho, having Rashford, having Greenwood, having Ronaldo, buying Ronaldo because you didn't want him to go City, not because you actually needed him or anything like that. But you just a mixed match of players signed by 3 or 4 different managers and expected to just come on the pitch just because, you know, it says Man United on the front of your shirt and it says, you know, the number whatever on the back and your name on the back to just play and be good. Like, McTominay doesn't start for a top 6 team right now. He won't start for none of them, and I'm talking Tottenham included. Yeah. But yet, every game, I watch Man United, McTominay seems to be the first name on the team sheet, and I just don't get it. In these kind of situations, I don't understand. You tried to play the 4-4-2. You were playing against 36-year-old João Moutinho, not no 20-year-old, you know, young, sprightly, you know. We're talking about 5'5", João Moutinho, 36 years old, and Ruben Neves with the wing backs. Ronaldo, Cavani could have caused the defenders no problems. Their wing backs, especially Semedo. Semedo's probably the worst wing back I've seen in probably 2-3 years in this Premier League, and he had the freedom of the Stretford end. I'm confused to how you guys have got so bad after spending so much money on all these players, brought in this interim who's meant to be like Klopp and Tuchel's like father in terms of the philosophy and that, and he don't look better than any of them.
Nah,
But continue though, Ross.
yeah.
Continue though,
No.
Ross.
What I would say though. So my confidence is.
What's the deflection?
I don't know.
There's a lot of stuttering, you know.
Yeah, all the while, but
You know, in preachers there, you have to stand by the stammer just to warm up the thing. But for me, I totally agree. I think for me, Fred and McTominay, I think it's for ages now. Yeah, again, the recruitment. I think Man United
Fred
been
didn't play tonight.
No, I'm not saying, but I'm talking about the caliber of centre that Matic 7-8 seasons ago would be that guy in front. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Would be
7-8. You know,
when he was at Chelsea balling, because there was a period where Matic was a big centre midfielder like that. But the thing is, when I saw the ball, and I'm thinking, the guys couldn't even pass the ball from that position of that almost quarterback position to get the ball and just pass it straight to a man. Everyone can't even hit. I'm thinking, hold on a second, these guys are getting absolute pee. And I can't. Some of the guys, the younger players, look like out of confidence. I can see that, you know, different choices of the word. And to be honest, Sancho should have passed off to Ronaldo when it was through you. You know what I'm saying? That is a bit of that's a big mistake there. This decision making is real poor at the moment. But for me, I'm not even putting it onto Radnick anyway. To be honest, you had to show is that you are what you got there. Still, you cannot. You're always when it comes to even let's go to schoolboy football, guys. Let's be real. First thing you do when you're picking your teams is you're picking your centre backs and your centre midfielders. As long as you got your centre backs and centre midfielders lock off, you can win a game. You know what I'm saying? At Man United, we've gone the other way. We've got the left wing backs and all the right backs and all these guys, all strikers, all sorted. But when your heart is missing, and to be honest, you talk about Maguire and Jones. I have to say, Jones was looking better than Maguire today, so I can't put nothing on Jones, you know what I mean? Because to be honest, the brother was doing some serious piece of defending today, and yes, he may be looking for that,
especially in that first half.
The first half, he was playing on some serious, and he was getting in for the blocks. He looked like he wanted it, and for me, him and Varane, there's no fault to them two today because they played good. For me, the fault lies is the reality show is when the ball goes to our centre midfielders. If you lose the ball easy in transition, you get done every time. You know what I'm saying? And the reality show is that Neves and Martinho are controllers of the midfield, and this is what you get. You buy certain type of midfielders, got these batting rams. Reality show is McTominay is a Fletcher. Yeah, a guy that you bring off the bench for certain games. He'll score 3 against an Arsenal now and again when you bring him on, you know what I mean, and have special games against, you know, some of the big clubs when you want to. O'Shea, you know them guys, you just bring him on or whatever, yeah? But the thing is, these guys are not week in, week out. Midfielders a Nicky Butt. That's what he is, a Nicky Butt. You know what I mean?
No, take that back. Don't be disrespecting Nicky Butt like that, man. Man's a legend. Come on, have manners.
Legendish. But
have manners, bro. Bigger legend than your idol Paul Ince.
It's a, you know.
Facts.
But
So,
for me,
you know,
for me, you can't, you guys, you cannot deal with the other teams like, you know, like you said, you mentioned even going to West Ham. You got Rice in midfield, and you got Serchek. You know what I'm saying? Cernacek, and he's them are two proper centre midfielders. You start from the heart. You know, you go to Liverpool. You know, they kind of played dead yesterday, but they got a lot of good midfielders
Henderson
in there.
and Milner.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Fabinho. At least I got Fabinho in there.
Henderson and Milner, man. Henderson and Milner can go to Chelsea and get a point. Your midfielders can't get a point at home against Wolves, man. Shut up, man.
But at the end of the day, so you can't win the game, and Wolves killed us at their yard, and we luckily beat them
at your yard,
at their yard as well.
Their yard when a Man U scored like the last minute. They absolutely
killed us. And that manager at the moment at Wolves, he's got them playing good football.
Yeah, he plays good football. He just can't finish.
They're just unlucky.
They just can't finish. If they had proven goal scorer, and don't forget, and Jamie Redknapp called it. You know, they got that player. Is it Neto?
Yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, he's coming back.
Big
baller, you know.
And they got the Chinese. They got the Chinese.
Big baller. And for me as well, they got the Maverick in Traore, because if you catch Traore on the wrong day, bro, he's lethal, you know.
Well, when I saw him come on the bench and he just greased up his arms so no one can't hold him down, bro. Man, put some Vaseline on his arm muscles there, bro, to get the shine on, bro. Man said, try and grab hold of me. You can't touch me, man. You got to put some baby oil on himself.
Yeah, that's right. But I think he'd be a good signing. But going back to Gal U, because that's what I call you, Gal United. You know what I mean? We go back to Gal United at Old Trafford, yeah. Talking about, Lance says he wouldn't spend no money. You still need to spend, bro. You need to 100%. Buy a midfield player. You need to buy a DM. You have to. That's the only play. Whoever comes in,
it's gotta be DM.
right about now. Right about now.
Even in Jan.
You gotta buy him in January.
You gotta buy him now. You gotta buy him now.
You ain't got good enough players to tide you over from now till the end of the season. You can see clear that you struggle with. You can't, because if you can't overpower, like my Bridgen says, a 5'5" midfielder at 36 in Martino. If you can't overpower that midfield at home, nah, man, come on. Really? You need to buy for him, because all you've got to look forward to. Okay, tell her that you're probably right, Lance. You don't need to buy because you got a man called Paul Pogba. You got Paul Pogba still to come back. Nah, you know, love him or hate him. He's a baller, bro. He's a baller. I don't know what's going on at Man United. Why you don't hear this? I'm coming in now. What's wrong with you? I know you don't like to hear the truth of against the club.
You know what it is as well, though. It is what it is as well. Yeah, I don't want to dig too far back into the past, but if you look at Moisey signings, Van Gaal signings, all the managers up to this point have been given money to spend, right? Yeah. So what they've done is they've misused the money.
Yeah, they've misused the funds.
Mm-hmm. They've misused it. Because I heard one fan forum saying the board take money out of Manchester, the owners take money out of Manchester, but they don't put no money into the club, into the playing staff. They've spent $1 billion. And when I looked at the who spent what a few weeks ago over the last 2-3 seasons, do you know who spent the least?
Mourinho.
Liverpool.
Yeah, it's us.
Liverpool.
Yeah, standard.
So if Klopp had had the budget,
we'd be winning every title and everything.
If Arsenal had had the budget that Man United.
Nah, not Arsenal. They signed Pepe for 72 million. Let's move on from Arsenal. Let's go to Man U. Let's go to Man U. No disrespect, but let's go to Man U. Back to Man U.
That's a very good point. It's reality, bro. It's not a low blow at all. It's facts, you see. With myself, I can admit when a geezer's a flop. You can't. Sancho's doing the same thing that Pepe's doing.
Yeah, but Pepe's had some time, man. People can't be on Sancho's back.
You see, this is the problem. Hold on. Sorry, Lance. This is the problem. Okay. Pepe, Ivory Coast, you've come from France. He's been here 3 years. But man's giving you them comments. My man's born in England, born and raised, came through system at Watford, went to Manchester City, had a big couple of years in Dortmund, but you're saying needs time to adapt to what? He's English. He doesn't have to go and learn a new language like he did in Germany. So what are you making excuses for? And that's what you do. Oh, he needs time. No, bro, he's had time. He's at Man United. If Fernandez is a foreigner, Portuguese, can come into Man United and hit the ground running, why can't Sancho?
But the thing is, the same thing for Stone when he went from Everton to Man City. He took about 2-3 seasons to really get into and play the season that he did last season. Everyone thought he was out. And he's English.
Yeah, but nobody's talking about Stones. We wasn't talking about Stones like that. What are you bringing John Stones into? John Stones the defender. Shut up, man. You're chatting about. He's trying to start Stones. Use your own clubs. Like my man says, you spent 80 million on Maguire. We're still waiting for him to do something. Say something about that.
But the thing is, for Maguire had a decent season up to the Euros. Last season he was Man United. When this bureau last season, Man United, Maguire was one of the better defenders. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Better defenders, what?
Yeah.
At the club.
At the club, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was when we lost him at the Villa ground, and then we went to Villa, you could see the difference in the team. He went to the Euros. He did okay for the England team. He did, obviously there was marvelling about how good he was. You know what I'm saying? But then from him and Shaw after the Euros and a couple other players, they're just never been the same for me. But when it comes to Man United, too many guys, they're playing some dead football right now. Ragnick just needs some time.
I think,
you know what I'm saying? He needs some proper time to get with the coaching with them. And to be honest, they've just gone for, like back in, Anthony, you go further back, you see Man United, that period before going up to Ragnar Atkinson. It was almost a case of we got the money, let's just keep on just buying top baller, but they had to go back to basics and go, hold on a second, we have to go long term now, and they did that with Ferguson. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they didn't want to do that. Fergie insisted. Remember, they wanted to get him out.
Yeah. But the thing is, they had to do that to have this success. And as much as you don't get as much time these days, the stats with Klopp, he was great. He was okay. It was almost a case of he's ain't going to win nothing here at Liverpool after 2 seasons. Oh, he's always goes. But then he just built on. He got where he wanted to. You got to give these guys a chance.
The difference with
Klopp, here's the problem.
Sorry, before you go. The difference with Klopp and what you're saying, Klopp came to Liverpool, but he was bringing them to, he was still getting to finals. You mugs weren't getting to finals, bro. My man got to finals and lost. Remember everybody saying he gets to finals, but he doesn't win it. That's what they used to say about Klopp.
Klopp, yeah, 100%, yeah. UEFA Cup,
he gets to the finals, but he don't win it. And then he carried on. But like he says, he didn't spend a bag of dough. You lot are throwing money at it, like. But the thing is, you're getting great managers, and you keep saying, well, you need to give them time. Mourinho, you're the people who are sacking them. It's your people who are sacking these managers, not giving them time, because your fans are the ones getting onto the man's back saying we need to get rid of. You understand? You're the same team who got rid of your man. You finished second last season to Man City. But you've sacked your manager.
Yeah, but ultimately,
hold on. You sacked your manager and you haven't improved.
But the thing is, I was Ali out person, and I'll be honest with you. The reason why I went for Ali out is ultimately because I could not see. And I was Ali out for the past 2 seasons, yeah? You know what I mean? And the evidence is on my show. I've been saying it was because...
to be fair, he was consistent with his Ali out.
Ali out, and I said, Freddie's Costa Rican, he's not Brazilian, his passport's fake. I've been saying that from the beginning still, yeah? But I must admit, he's playing some good ball now. Well, ish. For me, Ali never had a system. The problem is, when you don't see a way of playing, and I think with the players, they had no way of playing, and it's very hard for a coach to come in when it seems like the players have been running this club for the past 3-4 years now, yeah. And it's going to be hard for Ragnick to come in now and actually stamp some authority in here. They just got away with murder. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? This is the way. And a fair play to Ragnick. His way of playing is very. Yo, I'm going to fight this game. It's 4-2-2 formation. It's like, whoa, this guy's going to go for it. But the problem is, again, that little 2 at the back in front of defence, yeah? That's the weakness of Man United, and it's being exposed now. So me personally, buy the player now, and I agree with Anthony and Hatred that something needs to be bought right now. Whether you find some rough diamond in Germany, man, and chuck him in some you got Basuma sitting playing for Brighton right now. You got players like this sitting there, spend the money, get the guy in. You know what I'm saying? And get him in from now so he's ready up for next season. Put him in there because at least I watched Basuma against Chelsea the other day. Man was running things, bro.
Class, yeah, it was class.
Bro, just put 50 mil down on the table.
Big baller.
Put it in there. Give the man 80k a year, and he'll say, yeah, thank you very much. You know what I mean? You have to give him 100k. You know what I'm saying? He'll come and play for Old Man United with more passion. You know what I'm saying? And too often, you know what I'm saying, we ignore these brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're right there in the front of our faces.
Well, the biggest issue that Man United have, and a lot of these clubs have it, is they compare like Ali to a Klopp, and they'll be like, Klopp was at this stage when he did this, and it's just like when Klopp came into Liverpool, he'd won 2 league titles in Germany when that was unheard of if you weren't managing Bayern. So it's just like if you start. So when you're looking at managers, you have to look at managers who are like either up and coming, like a like a Potter or something like that. You can come in, establish a system, you can see a style of play, give him some money, he'll probably bring in a Basuma or something like that. But rather than giving it to like all these high profile managers because you want to win right now, like a Mourinho or Van Gaal, and you give it to Ali, who's like the worst out of the possible new and up and coming managers that you could have give it to then try and manage a team, and the players get away with all these different types of things. You've allowed Pogba to run down his contract where you can't get no money for him, and now he's just going to go on a free. Like it's all these different types of things. You sign Ronaldo when he clearly don't fit with the system of what Ali was trying to do. Now you're trying to get Ragnick in to play the 4-4-2, which is basically for Ronaldo. It's not for anyone else. It's for Ronaldo so he can play every game. So you guys need to really look at not just from a recruitment standpoint. You have to look at whoever the next manager is has to have a little bit of something about him. Yeah, he has to be young if you want to keep him for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. But he can't just be like someone to come in and just win now like you've done with Ragnick, you've done with Mourinho, you've done with Van Gaal. It's not going to work.
Ragnick's not there. When Ragnick's not there, he's not there. Yeah, the Ragnick's not there to win anything, man. Ragnick's there to basically to
stabilize the ship right now.
He's there. He's like, when you go in the wrong way, you have to drop the anchor and you have to just do them hard spin. When man has to do like a handbrake turn in the sea. That's what Ragnick's there to do. Is do a handbrake spin, and if he drops off and crashes the car, it's cool because he's happy to just be hanging around afterwards.
But ain't he going to be director of football after he finishes the season?
No.
As well?
He just consultancy.
Advisor.
Yeah.
Consultancy role, which is just a load of tosh, really. I mean,
you don't need him for that.
It's 100% right what you said, but I still maintain that if whoever they've got lined up in the summer, they can't buy his unless they're in some kind of secret talk with him and they're saying to him, all right, we know you're coming in the summer. Who should we bring in
now? I know what you mean.
Who do you want now? Who you want to work with when you come in the summer? Yeah. Because if they don't do it that way, he could come in and look at that player they've just spent 50, 60 million pounds and think, don't fancy him. I want to get my own.
Arsenal did that. Arsenal did that with Wenger. Wenger told Arsenal to buy Vieira. Vieira came before Wenger, if you remember.
And the thing is, also, don't forget Pep. Pep did the same thing at Man City. Basically, he was already in talks with them for the whole season, and they were just shaping up the whole club for him. He said, put this in place, put that in their place, and put that in place. So if Ragnar is preparing for the next European manager to come over, maybe the guy who's at Ajax, you know what I mean? If he's in prep for that guy.
But you see what H said. This is the problem with Man United. You managers, you go around. I think, oh, he's done it over there, so we can come into our club and do it. Every league's different, bro. You know what I mean? Doing that at Ajax and Amsterdam is totally doing this different.
I'm not saying he's the best choice. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, Man United are stuck in that place. Do we go for a top brander, or do we go for an up and coming?
Get my feeling in.
Let's be real. You're Man United. You can't really take that risk of going with the up and coming.
You know what it is as well, though. It's like there's rumours about Klopp and Pep having perhaps one, maybe 2 seasons left. So they're going to come to the end of the shelf. Like a classic example of what I'm talking about is Jose Mourinho. He's a has-been. The way he played football is the way he was playing football when he first came and won the title with Chelsea. And there has to be a new breed of manager that even takes things up a level to Klopp and Pep.
Yeah, it's that Bayern manager. It's him, them young people, and it's them young youths.
Yeah, you've got to give them a chance. Like you've said, no matter what, the United is still a rebuild. It is a rebuild, 100%. Barcelona are in that position now.
But you see, this is what I'm saying.
Same as Man United.
Hear what you're saying, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Can these young managers come into them big established clubs like Man and rebuild? That's the question. Because sometimes do you need to bring in a Carlo Ancelotti to a Man United for 3-4 years?
Nah, but they've tried that though.
No, they've tried that though. Van Gaal was going really scraping the barrel. Van Gaal was like what? International manager. He was too old at the time anyway. To be fair, he was too old. Van Gaal was too old from the offset. You understand? So like Mourinho, all right, Mourinho is a typical example. Now, at his time in that era, he's the greatest manager alongside Pep Guardiola. Yep. How many seasons did you give it, Man U? 2?
3. 2.5.
2.5. See, so who are you blaming there? Is it Mourinho's fault? Is it your clubs? Because you see, because you're Man United and you think, oh, we're supposed to be winning because we've been used to winning and rare. We don't give the next man the time. Now, Mourinho, like his brand of football or not, he still won. He won more things than Ali in a short space of time. Facts. You understand? He finished. Didn't he finish second as well?
Second.
Yeah, he finished second as well. So all these things, he got to the Champions League, they lost to Sevilla. But the rebuild was taking place. But why didn't you back him? And all he wanted. Why did he leave?
He wanted Maguire.
He wanted a centre half.
He wanted Maguire. Yeah.
He wanted a centre half. He didn't get it.
Yeah.
So he didn't want Maguire. He wanted Alderweireld from Spurs.
Yeah.
He wanted Toby, and he wanted one guy from Atletico Madrid. And he was like, I just want these centre backs. Give me these 2 older centre backs. I'll take them.
Maguire.
And they were like,
I'm sure he's after Maguire from back then.
He went Maguire.
Mourinho knows defenders, you know.
Yeah. And then what happens is as well is then you back Ali with the money that you should back Mourinho with. Like, it don't make sense.
Sorry, Aisha, so listen, how long did you give Ali? 3 years? Gave him 3 years, innit?
Yeah.
But Mourinho gets
money.
2. Mourinho gets 2 and wins trophies, but Ali gets 3 and spends big money. You see, so again, so what was... This is a bit I'll just be real here. Because Ali's the player, he got that privilege.
He's in the club. Yeah, he's in the club. Yeah, he's in the club.
Whereas Mourinho's the outsider coming, but Mourinho was doing the job. The only problem with Mourinho, he was causing waves with the whole Pogba issue, because that was in the public
and
eye.
Romelu as well.
That was in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know, the whole Pogba thing. So, you know, it was one of those, and, you know, obviously Pogba's the bigger commodity, I suppose, in the long run.
Listen,
they seen it.
I think the difficulty that Liverpool and Man City don't have is I feel like they've got ready-made replacements for like the likes of Pep and Klopp. So I feel like with Klopp, when Klopp leaves, we're bringing in Gerrard.
Facts.
And Gerrard's at Villa at the moment to kind of learn the trade in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's just going to slide into that.
Facts.
The same way I believe that with Pep, I think Arteta's going to be the next guy to go into Man City.
Go back. Go ahead.
The reason why I think that is because they're allowing him to build something at Arsenal to then see how that's gonna transfer into a Man City team. But I feel like with that they've got people in line. Whereas Man United tried to do it with Moyes. Man United tried to do it with Moyes and say, okay, Fergie's gone, let's bring in Moyes. But he just wasn't the guy for that role. So you guys really need to be careful about who your next manager is.
Hey, stop there. Why do we think he wasn't the guy for the role? He could have been the guy. They didn't give him the time. Because we're the great Man United, and Fergie won the league just a season ago with this same team.
Yeah,
so how comes you can't do the same and get us up there with the same team? That's what Man United fans thought. So they thought, get rid of him. Didn't give him the time. They have to give him the time. Man United could be playing the football that West Ham are playing right now.
True.
But this,
Man United could have had a Thomas Souček in midfield. Man United could have had a Declan Rice and all them. You understand what I'm saying, fam?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Here's the thing, though. What happened with Moyes was, and this is the big mistake that Man United made. They got a winning formula. They got a backroom staff who knew the club.
Got rid of the backroom staff.
He come in. He bought the whole Everton backroom staff. Cleared out what was there. Yeah. So basically, what he's done is he's taken Fergie's legacy and ripped it up.
One of his own thing. That's where he went wrong. But again, the club should have said, "Hold on, bro. I see what you want to do, and I get you, but
keep 2-3 man just to hold everything."
With no disrespect, Dave, this is Man United. We've got a winning culture. You're coming into a club that's league champions. So how can you justify taking out all this league champions winning backroom staff to replace it with Everton and won nothing in years? Come on. Now I'm not saying you can't integrate a couple of your man, but you can't get rid of nah.
But Phil never was his man as well, and Phil never already played for Man United for how many years? So for me, that was an easy slot.
And to be fair to Moyes as well, that Man United team, even though they won the league, they weren't a great team.
Yeah, it was whack.
They weren't a great team.
It was whack. Everybody knows that. Probably Fergie's worst championship winning team. Without a doubt.
But that was Fergie.
That's why Fergie left. He left them because he thought, bro, I've just won the league with this team. I'm off, bro.
Because he saw the league was changing. He saw the league was changing. He saw it was
coming now. Pep's coming now.
And he thought, you know what? I'm too old. Yeah.
I can't win the league with this.
And I think that was where Moyes got the short straw, because it was like he came in and it was like, okay, I got these players. Let me bring in my backroom staff. But these players are like a year older. They're not, they were a rubbish team. They weren't a great team anyway. And now
Fergie got the best out of him. That's the difference. Fergie got blood out the stone.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing as well about Moyes. Tony Kroos was ready to come to. Yeah. And you know what he said to the board?
No.
Didn't he get Schneidlin? Didn't he get Schneidlin instead?
Oh snap, man! Got Fellaini instead of Kroos.
He got Fellaini instead of Tony Kroos, and the rest is history.
Yeah, man.
But didn't Kroos say no? I feel like Kroos saw it was Moyes, and he said nah.
What I'm hearing, Kroos was
off,
ready.
Man. He saw that, and then Moyes vetoed it. He's gone. David Moyes, Man United. He's gone. Such and such at Real Madrid. I know where I'm going.
He's a bad smiley, man. But Kroos big ball.
As I says, for me, as you says, going back to we can all say, but I just think it's down. The fans have to look at themselves, because it's the fans who start baying for blood, and it starts going, it travels. So you saying fans bayed to get rid of Mourinho. Why I don't know. Because You know, out of all the men you've brought in since Fergie, he's the only one with a track record can back up the talk. He's the only one with the track record. Nobody else has got the track record to even come close. He's the only one, and you give him 2 seasons. So
With
everybody's
limited
blamed.
funds.
So look at your people in charge, the Ed Woodwards.
Oh, yeah,
and all them.
100%,
These are the people you got to look at and say, what's going on? Because all you have to do is give my man the 2 centre halves, and the rest is history. Mourinho would have done what he does best.
No, 100%. I think 100% that it's just an absolute train wreck at Man United right now. But you know, that's the way it goes. It's straight train wrecking. But you know what? It all comes full cycle anyway. So yeah, so we'll get through it and over the next season or 2 and get to them. So now, guys, you just come to this end part of the show because you know we could carry on talking because I want to bring a team of the season so far, but we get rid of wait for the next show for that one. But we've got PC, my guy coming in the next show as well, isn't it? PC Stu Ward anyway. So but what we do is where do you guys see the top 4 right now? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know number 1's quite easy for everybody. I'm just going with.
Well, you mean from second place to 4th?
For 4th, yeah, because Man City. I don't know if anyone disagrees. Man City's gonna win the league this season. Any disagreements there, guys?
Well, even if they don't win the league, they'll be in the top 4.
Yeah, 100%, man. So who do you reckon, guys, is gonna be second?
Oh, in order.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
It's gonna be Liverpool,
Chelsea.
and then Chelsea after that.
Chelsea third.
I think Liverpool third.
Yeah, you think Chelsea get second?
Liverpool people get to give too many chances against Liverpool. They went,
I understand where you're coming from.
African nations.
That's going to be a shout, you know.
But you're saying because Mane.
We only missed 2 games though. We only missed 2 games.
I was
They only missed 2 Premier League games, and
that's 6 points, bro.
but Man City got Chelsea next. So if in the league, so if Man City,
just Mahrez, isn't it?
Yeah, just
yeah,
Mane,
but that's what I'm saying. Chelsea don't have Mendy, the keeper.
Yeah,
they don't
no,
have
Chelsea.
their keeper. So they got Kepa. That's what
You lose what? Sane, the big
we
geezer.
lose Mane, Salah, and Keita, but we lose them for like Brentford.
And the geezer at
It's
the
like Crystal.
defender.
It's like
The
Crystal
defender,
Palace and
There's a defender
Who?
there.
Who's that?
Konate. Nice French.
Oh, is he? I thought he played for one of those.
No.
Nah, it's
Africans.
French.
No, it's French.
Nah, it's
Yeah.
French.
So
But yeah, I'm
so we
saying
don't get in
like
the French
Man.
squad.
Nah, he's 21. He's still young. He's still playing for the under 21s and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
Mendy, because I reckon that set.
But Kepa's still there.
Yeah, but he.
Nah, man, Kepa's a good goalie. You people are
Nah,
underestimating.
it's not, man. It's not, man.
Bruv, you know what? Again, goalies. You see, this is what I'm saying.
There's no way you spend 75 million on a keeper and you
Everybody said
replace
that
him with
about
another keeper.
Everybody said that about no, but you see, this is about it's about opinions, isn't it? What happened? Kepa came in, made mistakes, high profile. Lampard dropped him. Lampard was the manager. Didn't rate him for him. Didn't rate him. He says boom. But since my man's come in, he's beefed up. He looks like he's been on the weights and that. And he specialises in penalty stops and all sorts of like that. He's still a good goal. Spain is still picking him.
He'll do a job.
He's still a good goalkeeper. So
he'll do a job.
For me,
Against Man City.
it's like yesterday. You're going like Liverpool have gone to Chelsea and thinking no Alisson, but that geezer who played for Liverpool, that big save at the end.
Bro.
Nah, he's cold. Nah, he's
But you see,
like he's home,
exactly, he's homegrown. This is what I'm saying.
No,
But
but we're not spending 75 million
I don't
on-
think
on
he's a better
that
keeper
though.
than Kepa right now. I don't think if you said him, I can have him or the Scouser. I'm going with Kepa. No
I hear
disrespect. You get what I'm saying?
okay.
And that's
I
what I'm
hear
saying.
you, but Kepa's 75 million though. Do you know what I mean?
He don't fix the price. Harry Maguire's 80 million. He's still a bag
And
of
they're
pants.
both rubbish.
Exactly.
And they're both
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
picking a Maguire,
They don't
though?
set the price, bro. They don't set the price. Unfortunately,
No, there
someone
was
bought it for 70.
there was one statistics with Kepa where it was like for like a rate like a run of like 6 games. A run of like 6 games, 7 games, like every shot he'd face like from outside the box had gone in. So like it weren't like he was like making
kinda dead.
like
He's
little
kinda
mistakes where you get beaten at your near post or whatever.
Bruv,
it was
mistakes.
like man was saying if you see Kepa shoot,
any kind. Yeah, but you see, it's not because he's a bad goal. He's just going for confidence at that time.
Yeah, it could be good.
David Gea had the same
But the thing
thing.
is, guys, what we're going to do, all right, so
Gea had the same
all we want to do is
thing,
do the top 3, we're discussing goalkeepers, because the hardest one is going to be 4th, yeah? Who is going to be 4th this season? Because we're there debating over 2nd and 3rd anyway, so...
What about now? We've
gonna be
come
Arsenal.
form.
It's
It
gonna
looks
be
like
Arsenal.
it's Gunners or it's
Who
Arsenal
you
or
say?
Tottenham.
Who you say?
It's Arsenal. I don't know right about now, you know. I really no, seriously, because at the moment, you know,
You want to say Arsenal, but he's on the curse.
no,
Yeah, he don't want it to be clipped.
It's not even that, you know.
He ain't bold enough, man. He ain't bold enough.
Bro, come on, don't ever put me in your position, bro. But bold enough, really? I'll tell him straight. But what I'm saying is this: I'm mindful. Tottenham still have 2 games in hand. Tottenham win 2 games in hand, they go to 4th place.
Yeah.
So for me to sit here and say, yeah, it's Arsenal. Nah, I'm real. I'm honest. I look at football.
Okay. So who is it?
Again, as I said, I don't know, bro. I don't know, because by saying it's Tottenham or Arsenal, I'm disrespecting David Moyes and West Ham.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying?
You know what? Marcus called West Ham from the beginning of the season.
Exactly. So it's one of those. So, you know, obviously, I'm going to say I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay, cool. Arsenal. All right. Cool.
You know what I mean? But realistically, I don't really know. So it's just one of those, bro. It's too early to call.
Hey, H, what you saying?
It's too early to call.
You said Arsenal.
You know what? Nah, I'm not going to say Arsenal, you know. I'm going to say Spurs.
See?
And the reason why I'm going to say Spurs is because I've got Conte. Like, Conte is a massive difference maker in a team like Spurs. Like, Kane scoring, they're going to sign at least 1 or 2 players this January, because that's one of the reasons why they brought him in.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why he come in is like, I need to get players.
Yeah.
So I think it's Spurs. I don't think West Ham have enough. I think they lose the odd game, which is like weird games as well, where they should be beating these.
Southampton.
Yeah. All them kind of games. I think those kind of games you can't really lose if you're like trying to get top 4. And I just feel like Arsenal, they're still young, and Arsenal's still young from top to bottom.
Obviously, I'd like Arsenal to get top 4. Personally, I think it's a season too early for us.
All right, then. Lance, what you saying, man?
I think United will get over the line.
Oh, here we go. This is I'm
Roger, end the episode right now. Roger, do the outro. Roger. End the episode right now. Do the outro.
What's the date?
Do the outro, Roger. Do the outro.
You be telling me Ali's gonna get manager of the year, bro.
This is crazy.
United will get over the line. I think Arsenal and Spurs will do what they normally do. They'll choke.
Nah, Spurs are finishing 4th, man.
I think they'll choke. And I just think United are going to go on some stupid 6-7 game winning run.
Man, you just lost, you know. Just today against Wolves.
First defeat in what?
Lance, what you smoking around there, fam?
Man, just quiet. Prayer meeting, bro. It's
what
high,
are
bro.
you
It's high.
smoking around there, fam?
It's high.
Some Holy Ghost high grade or something around there. You know what I mean? Because, yo, star.
When it comes to fruition, get me back on here when it comes to fruition.
All right,
and I'll
bro.
just sit like this.
Bro, when it comes to fruition, you need to give me the number of your man, fam, where you're getting your supply from. That's what you need to be doing.
Man,
you get me? A man says, "Gal, you top 4." You understand? Red alert, breaking news, yellow in the. Man says.
They'll get over the line, man. They'll get.
You know what, bro? I can't even say that. You know, it's only because we're here now. But you know what? It's not even a surprise. Even if it happened, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
You know what, though? The reason I say that, if United had won tonight,
they would have been right in the mix.
The game in hand.
That's right.
I know they didn't win it, but that's how close it is.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what.
It's a 6-game one.
But it's too early to have that. To have that run now.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying, it's too early. It's what we've January.
It's like February,
mid-April.
You need to hit March, end of March, April.
Going in there. That's when you're going to see what's going on. If it's still close. So, you know, it's one of them. I don't know.
It's like Leicester, innit? Remember, Leicester's always in his 4th position right about now. And then they're just...
That's Rodgers, though. Rodgers is... He has that in
just call him Brendan.
I'm Roger. Brendan Rodgers. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers.
Rodgers, bro. Don't let Rodgers... Because my man wanted Brendan Rodgers as Man United manager. Don't let him try and palm me off.
Rog?
Yeah, he did.
Rog, do you want
he did. It's on footage, bro. We got it on footage.
We've got it on footage. Listen, man, it's better than Ali, man.
We got it on footage, Man says he went round the play. He went to me. He went to Marcus. And he says, "Who do you want, Roger?" And Roger went, "Sat," and he says, "Oh, I think Brendan Rodgers, you know, because." And
my
bro,
he's better job than Ali, man. Anyway, still But either way, still guys. I do feel that my 4th spot. You know, I do think I know everyone's not looking at West Ham too hard, but I watched them the other day, and I keep watching it, and I do feel that.
Lanzini, what's
you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, Lanzini got gas to it.
Bro.
It's the Lanzini what suited him, you get me?
Bro, listen, man. But the thing is,
once you're at Man United now,
if they sneaky, you know, and they get Lingard, or just get another, like, you know, just to bolster the troops in this January, you know what I'm saying, you know.
I'm telling you something. If I was Dave Moyes, I wouldn't even buy it. I said, stay on right where you are, move up, bro. We don't need you. We got
you had a chance.
We got Lanzini. We had the chance. You could have come. You went like, going back to Man United, going to fight for my place. Stay there, bro. Fight for your place. I wouldn't buy. I swear to God, I wouldn't sign him.
But still, and you know, Moyes will get some guy from Poland, yeah, come in the squad now, yeah, because he's still got players bedding into the squad, yeah, and the build up. So me personally, watch out for West Ham.
Do you know what I think West Ham have done good? Where he's defensive, because, you know, he brought in Kurt Zuma.
Yeah, man.
But Zuma, he's got that Diop.
Yeah. And he's
African black.
Angelo, the Italian black. Yeah. He's proper. And he's got Dawson as well.
He's got some big towers around there. He's got some big man around there, you know, at West Ham defensively. You know,
and their fullbacks are good as well.
Yes, the fullbacks are good.
Ben Johnson,
Soulful. What's his name?
Cresswell.
Yeah. West Ham are good. A good team, bro. Trust me.
And the Bowen guys,
they lose the weird games, though, man. They lose the weird games.
But you see, again, I think if Moyes has got a plan and says, I need to go out, not Lingard. I think Lingard's not what they need. They don't need just Lingard. But if they could go and get someone,
another striker.
Someone next to Declan Rice. Somebody, Suchek, so you could play a 3.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a priority.
But you need backup when you go back into Europe. When you go back into Europe, you need to rotate.
You need that quality. You need a bit more quality coming in. They've got quality players coming in.
They got Nolan.
I just think they need to. Okay, Antonio's injured.
Noble.
Who's the striker?
Noble.
Who's the striker with Antonio's injured?
Nobody.
They ain't got no one to play Bone up front.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's what
you striker.
So you got to think of that. They got Yarmolenko.
Yeah.
On the wing.
He's dead. Yeah,
he's dead now. He's got one trick, but he was back in his day. Back a day,
he was fire. Yeah.
So I think Moyes just needs to strengthen his all-round squad.
Okay, cool.
Kind of thing. Just get a couple of players, like you say. You want two players in each position.
Okay, cool. All right, so guys, you hear it first here, guys, on the show. We have to close off the show. We got into overtime. We had after meeting, the spirit moved today and allowing to come out with the interpretation.
Lance came with revival blood.
So guys, absolutely classic show today. We was the first one to kick off the year. Two months, first, second, and third, we all agree on, bar one little tweak. You know what I'm saying? I must say, we've had Arsenal going to be fourth. We've had West Ham potentially fourth. We had Tottenham fourth, and we also had Man United fourth. So let's see who is right. He's going to be right at the end of the thing, guys. But listen, guys, thanks for listening, guys. Dudes, thanks for your time. Man, I'm going to run that up. I don't know. This show is extra long today, so I'm going to be spending all the time downloading it off my camera. But anyway, so this is where it goes. But guys, thanks for your time. Appreciate the love here still, yeah. And like I said, one of my next shows over the next couple of weeks, something that Lance actually pulled up to me, the best Premiership team looking back at 2021, you know what I'm saying, for black team, if we can create the best black team of 2021, you know what I'm saying. Obviously Mendy's the only goalkeeper out there still, yeah, so straight away I've started that off. But anyway,
No, he's not actually.
The Brighton keeper Sanchez, isn't it?
You got the Brighton keeper Sanchez. You got the backup keeper at Man City, the American dude. Yeah. So
Stefan.
Okay, but all right, cool. We started off the show anyway.
It is Mendy though.
Roger don't know his ball, bro. We don't know his ball, bro.
Listen, obviously, guys, Wimbledon black people would like to make argument when there's no argument to be made. But anyway, so this is what this show is all about. You know what I'm saying?
No, you said it was obvious it was Mendy because there was no others. We're just stating that there was others.
Okay, cool. All right. So see the
just correcting you, bro. Just correcting you. You know what I mean?
Get my English right. Anyway, guys, get ready for that show. As you can see, there's pure arguments that we had at today's show. Anyway, but listen, this is nothing but love, guys. Love. Listen,
this is what Lance, guys, have a good week.
Yeah, man,
it's a pleasure.
Hey,
see you, bro.
Nothing but love, man.
Like the top, bro. The top's big. The top's big.
No, it's not.
Appreciate
the top's big, bro.
It's dead.
Reality where reality is.
It's dead.
Man starts to drown me out and all sorts, bro. Mocker, you know.
Thanks for watching this content. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also listen to Affinity Extra 24/7 at affinityextra.com. Don't forget to follow us as well on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at /Affinity Xtra. If you wish to support us or if you want supporting as an artist, go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/Affinity Xtra, and don't forget to be extra.